Stat sheets.
Nick, what did you just kind of make of the Jared tonight? Just kind of making a bunch of big shots for you guys.
Well, thank goodness he did. We certainly needed every last one of them, right? Just again, you know, he can create, right? He can create. He can get by people, and he's got some array of finishes, and he certainly plays with a lot of confidence, and he just kept it going tonight. That's good. I mean, really neat. It was a great lift. I thought 3 guys off our bench were outstanding, giving us a lift, and him and Guerschon, obviously, and Jeff was really good too.
You went to Guerschon in the second half. Just what did you kind of make of Guerschon, and what kind of went into the decision to?
Well, I just had been thinking about shaking up that starting group in the second half. Again, I think you guys are well aware we've got off to some slower third quarter starts or third quarters in general. I just wanted to shake it up a little bit, and it fit really pretty easily tonight with the small. They play fairly small. I mean, even Gibson's their starting center. It's a good matchup for Yabu, and then their bigger 5 came in later, so it just kind of fit really good tonight. But mostly, I just wanted to shake up our whatever energy levels or rhythm or something, just to play a little better in the third.
Nick, was there a reason that Paul didn't play in overtime?
Yeah, minutes.
Minutes. Okay.
You also shook up the second unit. You went with Jeff as the backup point guard. I guess what went into that decision, and how important was that scoring?
Yeah, I mean,
particularly in the first half?
kind of fits with kind of everything. Listen, you got some veteran guys, and you start the season, and you're gonna give those veteran guys the first cracks at stuff. That's just that's the way I'm gonna do it, right? Until you think that maybe it's okay. You've given them a couple shots here and there, and you're not exactly where it wants to be. So then you're going with some younger guys, and I think that was part of the decision. We played Eric all those games, and then we tried Jared, and then we played Reggie a couple games, and we tried Jeff tonight. I think that's it, right? I think it was just time to again shake it up just a little bit.
Nick, how do you think Caleb's ability to sort of pick LaMelo up full court and bother him and sort of harass him in the backcourt and slow him down impacts the game in terms of what Charles trying to do?
Well, I mean, listen, I think that he was obviously amazing tonight, right, LaMelo? And he's been playing amazing, right? Like 30 points, close to 30 points a night, 12 or 3 attempts a night, all that stuff. And what I at least we're going to try to do is make the guy work, right? We're going to try to at least make him work. And sometimes when guys are in one of these heater zones, that isn't enough. But we're going to give the effort and put our best guy out there that can athletically keep up with them and has the determination to keep going at them. Yeah.
What happened in the fourth quarter? Just with the 16-point lead. How do you think it's kind of spiraled there in the fourth?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not, it's a good thing that we built up the lead, but again, we went through one of our scoring droughts and had to play, I don't know how many possessions in a row in transition, and we gave up a few transition buckets. It seems, I was really happy with our half-court defense and the effort we gave half-court defense, and the execution was excellent, right? But again, our offense just dries up, and we don't make, we had some pretty good looks. We had some looks that we were getting most of the game, and all of a sudden, we missed 5 or 6 in a row, and that stuff can go fast, especially with the tempo they play, or a lot of teams play, and with the 3-point line, that stuff can go fast. I'm glad we were able to kind of bounce back from that and hang in there, and it went all the way away, and we kind of scored the next time down once they took the lead, and then we, obviously Jarrett, we really working hard to find the spacing and the matchup for him to attack, and then even Yabu had a big bucket on the post, and they were doing a nice job. We were trying to pick on their switches, and by the time we got the ball in there, they would have their big fella back on him, and Yabu would score anyway, right? So guys bailed us out with some big buckets.
You mentioned Jared's offense a couple times. He had that big possession against LaMelo late in the overtime. Just what do you make of his kind of growth on defense so far this season?
Well, he's getting lots of chances to get better, right? He's getting lots of chances. I mean, but listen, the big thing is, and this is always like, this is a starting point for anybody, but especially a rookie, is do you want to play it? He does want to play it, right? Are you going to work hard and give the effort it takes to play defense at this level? He does. Now it's just a matter of he's got to get through these reps and figure out all these little things about NBA defense that are drastically different from college defense that takes some time. So I'm glad he's getting a lot of chances because he's in a lot of actions.
We had talked about Paul's minutes restriction before the game and just kind of how that is tough to establish rhythm. How hard was it for you to not play him in overtime, just even though that's up?
Very hard.
Yeah.
Back to
very difficult. Yeah.
Sorry, back to Jared. This is his 9th NBA game. You're running crunch time offense through him continually. I guess, can you explain how impressive and how rare that is for someone with that little experience to be in that environment, to take on that sort of burden and thrive with that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it is very rare. We're got about 80 points sitting on the bench over there, right? 80 points a game sitting on the bench. So you gotta go to somebody, right? Right? That's part of the reason you're running through him, because there's a lot of good scorers that aren't on the floor. But again, he's shown nothing but confidence, right? Preseason games and real games, etc. He just shows that he's really got a knack for scoring. He's got a knack to get by people. He can hit a three here and there as well. He's got some deep range. Not afraid.
Looked like you guys were running Paul through Iverson action a lot throughout the game, trying to get him the ball that way. Is that do you think that's a good way to keep getting him in a better rhythm as his minutes go up, getting him the ball on the move and against the floor like that?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the package of stuff that we're operating on right now is very, very small. It's really, really difficult when guys are coming in and out to try to have a whole lot in, right? So that's one of the things we got in, so you see it quite a bit, right? And there's another couple little ball screen plays we got. We did throw it to him on the post more tonight, which I think if we could make some good post feeds, that'd be something we could do. Just because it's going to probably create offense. It's not necessarily for him to shoot it, but if he's got a smaller guy on him and he scores a bucket and maybe 2 in a row, then all of a sudden they're probably going to start sending people or drifting people, and it's going to help those other guys, that can get some shots out of his creation and a couple extra passes out.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody.
I guess it's kind of led to your success tonight on the offensive end.
Yeah, I'm just happy to have the win. This was the most important thing. We played together. We really showed some character tonight, and this was the really important thing tonight.
What did the conversation look like when you're going to learn you're going to start the second half, and just what were you trying to establish early on, because you definitely got the ball and got some buckets right away?
Yeah, so I was coming off the locker room. I think it was a minute left, and then Coach told me I was going to start, so I tried to run over there to get a couple of shots just to get ready. But after that, try to turn into the focus mode and try to help the guys try not to make too many mistakes, and read the defense, read what they're going to bring. Of course, that when they got a player like Melo Ball, we know he's going to get the ball and try to get the shot to get the rhythm. So I'm going to try to stop that and just get focused on what I have to do.
It seems like you and Paul already have decent chemistry forming in the two-man games. Just what's it been like playing with him so far?
Oh, I'm loving it. It's been pretty good. He's really somebody with a high IQ on the court. He makes everything easier for everybody. He really find that pass, push the ball, and give us rhythm and give him confidence. So it has been pretty fun to be playing with him.
Why did you just kind of make it Jared tonight?
I mean, the kid's incredible. He has no fear. Just goes for the basket. Always found a way to get his bucket. His career has been so important for us. A short period of time, especially at the end of the game, him knocking those two and get us still in the game was the key. So just wish him the best. Happy to be able to see him do stuff like that, and looking forward for him to keep doing it.
The fact that he's been in league nine games so far, I guess is what's kind of maybe the most impressive thing about him. like through these first early part of the season?
Yeah, for sure. And he's really young, and I can tell, like, he's the guy that wants to learn too, so this is a good thing. Listening to Kyle Lowry or like other guys with experience, I've seen him a lot, talking and try to figure it out, So I think he's a great kid and he's going to be good for us.
You seem a little bit more demonstrative when you make threes from the wings or from the top of the key versus the corner. Is that like a special thing that you take pride in making those longer ones?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I think you're the first guy that asked me this. I didn't even realize that I hit more of this, I just, in the game I really don't think about anything. I just try to go and make the three, it gives me a rhythm and, I want to keep going to try to help the team.
And I know that staying ready is like a big phrase that guys talk about, and whether it was you in your situation today, Jared playing down the stretch, like Jeff being the backup point guard, like how much pride do you guys all take in being ready for those types of situations, and what is the key to being ready in those situations?
That's the truth. Like we keep saying, like you got to stay ready, but it's really happening. That's what's going on. You really have to stay ready because you never know. I've been in a situation when I went in the game early, sometimes a little bit late, but I have to stay ready because when my name goes over there, then I got to turn on the mode and make sure I don't do no mistake on the first play or, when I touch the ball too. So, I think the key today is just to pay attention to heavy details when you're on the bench, to see what they got going on, to see who got a hot hand, to see, what they're doing. Is this guy rolling, this guy popping? So, just thinking about all this situation, when you go in, you're locked in because you was already paying attention on the bench.
When the team is maybe struggling a little bit shooting-wise from three-point range and you're able to make a couple like you did today, do you sense that has a little bit more of a boost just for the team morale and momentum?
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes when you have like bad night, seeing guys knocking some shot, it gives you rhythm and gives you confidence to, even if you miss a couple, to take the other one. Because I think also, even if you miss shots, sometimes the next shot you got to hit it. Because if you don't, then try to find something else, you might have a turnover. And it's always better to miss a shot than have a turnover. So I think the mentality is just to keep shooting.
Guerschon, after going back overseas for some years there, I know it's only 9 games or so. How gratifying has it felt for you to get off to such a good start that you're playing heavy minutes and starting the second half and playing overtime?
I mean, like you say, it's only 9 games, so I think at the end of this season, we can talk about, everything's going on, but so far, I cannot complain. So far, it's been amazing. I've been able to be on the court, be able to play, make some shots, but also, get a couple of wins, have that feeling that I really didn't have when I was in Boston. I really have that feeling right now to be able to play, compete against, tough teams, tough players, and, that's what I was looking for. So hopefully it will stay like that, and I will, always try to give my best and play over there and learn.
Is there anything that surprised you in these 9 games of either the level that you played against or the way you've responded to that level now that's maybe different from when you were in Boston?
I think it changed a little bit. The game, I would say, is even faster than what it was before. This is something that I got to be ready because, playing at the 5 and play at the 4 is completely different. At the 5, I have to do more effort, to be able to set the screen, to roll, to be able to, guys like Melo, you got to be up to make sure you don't shut the 3, but you have to come back and get to the rebound. And when you have the kids like Diabate that was going to every rebound, and make my job harder, so, do all the extra effort. It's really important, but, in general, just the game going as fast.
Thanks, Guerschon.